we want to look about understanding the problem solution fit, this is where we take out what we call the value proposition canvas. The value proposition canvas is also offered to us by Strategyzer. The value proposition canvas actually fits within the business model canvas. It has us zoom in really detailed to our customer segments and to our value proposition. We talked about this really briefly in the first pillar about creating empathy with our customer segments. When we look at our customers, we look at three key things. We look, what's the job that the customer needs to do? The second one is, what's the pain point that comes along with it? What's challenging about getting that job done? And the third one is, if they had the perfect product and service, what would the major gain be in relation to that job and that pain that they need to get done? On the other side of the value proposition canvas, we look over at our product and our solution. And we look at what's the job that it's going to do for the customer? What's the pain reliever? How does it relieve that challenge? And then what's the major gain it's going to give to them? So when we come back to our idea around the walking tour business in partnership with Best Western Tinwis Resort, let's start with a couple customer jobs. So let's think about the parents, and they're bringing the family in for the weekend. One of their jobs is to look at all the different activities that they can do in the region and to think about how they could create some beautiful family experiences together and help themselves and their children really connect with the place. That's a big job, and there's a lot of steps in there. Some of the challenges, some of their pain points might be that initial search. What are the activities that we can do in Tofino? Another challenge or pain point might be understanding, in accordance with the weather and the unique geography, how can we really enjoy this place? What are some of those unique activities for the region? And another area where they might explore some challenges or pains is to really deeply understand the place from a local's perspective. There's so many tourists that come to Tofino every year, and there's so few locals that from a tourist perspective, it's actually really hard to understand how to even connect with a local and strike up a conversation and get to see the world from their point of view. And if they had the perfect product solution, some of the gains that they would get is that they'd be able to search for all those different activities that they could do in the region and have that list right there in front of them. They could experience some gains and some benefits if this product also said, for each activity, here's some key considerations about how you want to dress and prepare yourself for our weather in this region. And it would have even more gains if it said, for this activity, if you want to do it with a local and see and hear about this place from their experience, here's an easy way to connect with them. Let's look at our value proposition canvas for a walking tour company on our product and service side. Let's look at what's the job that we want to do. Well, it's not the whole thing necessarily. If we partner with the Tinwis Hotel, we might let them take care of the search for activities, the understanding of the weather, and the booking with a local. And here we are, we're the local offering the walking tour experience. That's the job that we're going to solve. We're going to solve the job that the family has, which is the on the ground, the fun, the awesome experience and activity of walking the beaches, walking through town, walking the trails, and hearing and learning about the local history and culture and perspectives. Some of the pain relievers that our product and service could offer as a walking tour business within our value proposition canvas here are to zero in on relieving the pain of that on-the-ground experience and moment that the parents are trying to figure out. Where do we walk? What's the history? What are the local perspectives? What is that mountain called over there? What's the traditional place name for it? What are the teachings about the cedar bark or the beaches? What does Tinwis mean? How do we understand this concept that gets translated to calm waters? What was the history of this place? Those are some of the pain relievers that through your walking tour company case study, you could be working on. So some of the gains that the family would experience or some of the gain creators would be things like providing a few different options for different areas you could walk based on the family's interests. You could have different routes and different teachings and different experiences based on the physical capacity of the family. Are they really experienced outdoors people? Do they want to hike down to Radar Beach and get muddy and climb through the trees and the rocks? Or do they want to walk the multi-use path for just a short period of time and space? Or do they just want to walk one beach? Maybe they want to go to different beaches and have coffee and lunch in between and hear history and teachings in between. So that's where we get to really refine what is our customers' needs and how we can create a product and service that really meets their needs on a deep level. And it's in this area that we get to take our business model and really make sure that we've got the right fit for the problem that we've identified early on in our first pillar.